Hello and welcome to my little corner of YouTube. It is so lovely to see you here, and I hope that you enjoy whatever this video is going to be. I haven't yet decided on what route I want to take this down and what I really want to kind of do with this, but I think sometimes we have to accept that there is no perfect time. If you look back on my YouTube channel, you will see that about 4 years ago I actually used to post very consistently on this channel, and I used to document my life as somebody that came from a city to a small island and started working on a sheep farm, which was quite a big change. It was very drastic, and I just documented that, and since then a lot has changed. I've moved to a slightly bigger island, but an island still, and I've had 2 babies, and life looks very different now. And for the last year I've been contemplating restarting my YouTube channel because I just really enjoyed doing it. I found it really fun. So I've been contemplating restarting the YouTube channel, and I just never did because I could never find the right time. It was never the right time. And then last year I started an online business. I just jumped headfirst into something that was completely unknown to me, and that made me realize that there is never the right time for absolutely anything. And I mean anything. Like, you can't wait for the right time to have a baby, for example, because the right time will never come. There will always be an excuse you can make not to have a child. But when you have the child, it is the most perfect thing in the world, and it seems like the perfect time for it to come, and it's all fine. And I feel like we can take that kind of a thought into everything in life, because there is no right time for anything in life. So when I actually started filming this vloggy video, I had a very different kind of approach in mind, but I put it all together and I started doing this voiceover, and I thought that I would, rather than going down the route that I thought that I was going to go down in this video, I would just kind of introduce myself and introduce who I am and where I want this channel to go and what I want this channel to be. So in saying that, I am Alma and I'm 26 years old. I live in Orkney Island right now, on the top of Scotland, on a little island, and I'm a mum of 2 and a 2. And alongside being a mum of 2 and a 2, I am a homemaker, of course. I decided to quit my job and be a stay-at-home mum so that I wouldn't have to send my little ones to school for a broken system, unfortunately, to raise them. I decided that I wanted to do everything in my power to be able to be at home with them. And don't get me wrong, this did not happen overnight. I didn't just decide one day that I wasn't gonna work and I was going to be a stay-at-home parent and everything was going to be fine. It didn't happen like that. It was more of a slow process, but I knew that that was the goal that I wanted to achieve, and that's what we did together with my partner. So with my businesses, first of all, I have a hobby business. I think everybody should have a hobby business. A hobby business is something that you can fall back on, that isn't like, it's not going to bring you tons of money, but it's something that you enjoy doing, and it's something that you could potentially scale to bring in money. For me, that is crochet. I love to crochet. I make things out of crochet and I sell them, and I only ever do this when I have the free time to do it. This is when everyone else is watching Netflix or going out drinking. This is my way of relaxing. I sit down, I pick up some crochet, I make something that I can then sell, and it is a hobby. I enjoy doing it, and it also can bring me an income if I wanted to. So that is the first business. Now, the second business is what actually was able to allow me to take on a role as a homemaker and a stay-at-home parent, and that is my partner has holiday rentals, which we decided that when I got pregnant with Loki, we decided that we would take over running them. Somebody else was running them for him, and he was just getting a rent from it. So we decided that I would actually take over everything to do with the holiday rentals. So I started managing, I started cleaning, I started running, I started doing everything. So I took over completely running that business. So this allowed me to only go back to work part-time when it was time to go back after my maternity leave ended. But even doing that, it would break me going to work even part-time and having to leave my little one with my partner. Actually, I was lucky enough to not have to leave him with a stranger because I worked late shifts, so I was able to just leave him with my partner and go to work. But even that it just isn't for me. Like, I want to be completely present with my children and be at home and make our house a home. That is, I feel like there is, in every single woman, there is a feminine urge to do just that. And before having children, I always thought that I would, get into corporate and build myself up and be this, like, boss woman. And that was my dream, that was my goal. Before having children, I never thought that I would ever be a stay-at-home mom. It just did not appeal to me whatsoever. But once I had my little boy, I knew that was all that I would ever want in my life. So that's what I did. And when Loki was about 3 months old, I found an online opportunity in network marketing, and I took a chance and I started this opportunity a year ago now. Here's a little video of Loki and I making soup. He absolutely adores helping me in the kitchen, and it's just the best thing in the world. Anyway, I completely digress here. But yeah, I started this online business, and now I'm in a position where I am getting to show other women how to do the same thing and how to free themselves and how to build online businesses too and grow and set themselves free and stuff. And I feel like a lot of what I hear from them is that they just simply don't have the time to start running an online business. So you can probably hear my little one in the background. So I thought that I would start this YouTube channel to just show what life actually looks like when you are running multiple businesses, you are a mom, and you want to be a homemaker, you want to be present, you want to be all of these things, and society is telling you that you can't be all of these things. I need to go and see to the baby 1 second. Sorry, that is everybody awake in this house, but that is the reality, and that is exactly what I want to be showing you. I want to be showing you that it is possible to do all of the things, because as I said before, society will try and tell you that you have to pick one and you have to stick with it, and you can't be more than one thing at the same time. And it's quite often that when somebody asks us, what we do or who we are, and we will just say one thing. Like before, when I was, when I just had my little one and I was still working and stuff, people would ask me, who am I? Especially when I started this business. Nobody really had asked me the question in such like an in-depth way, but somebody asked me when I started this business they asked me, who are you? Like, who is Alma? And the first thing that came to me was a mom. And that was kind of like my identity. I was just mom. But now when I sit and I think about that, I am so many things. I am a mom, I am a partner, I am a homemaker, I am a business owner, I am a coach, I am so many things. And that's okay. I'm allowed to be more than one thing. And I just wanted to be able to show that it is possible to do all of these things. And I feel like, especially in recent times, there is such like a big thing about finding balance and being balanced in life. And I just want to say that we don't need balance in life. We have seasons in our life, and every season has its own purpose. And some seasons will be your work seasons, and some seasons will be your family seasons, and that is okay. And we don't have to balance life. Like, there is a big difference between balance and routine. And a lot of people will try to fit their routine around balance, whereas I deeply believe that we just need routine without the balance. Every single day I make sure that I try to fit in both business and family, but some days, like say yesterday, was all about business, and I spent pretty much all day on business. My partner was at home, he was with the kids, and I was able to do that, whereas other days it's all about my family, and it's all about being present with the kids and being there. Like, when my children are ill, I don't do any business. I do the bare minimum to make sure that everything is still ticking and everything is still going, but I don't concentrate on business. And on days when my little one is able to go and play with his granddad and my partner is home, then my life is all about business, and I don't have to worry about being mom for the day, obviously to an extent, but I get to concentrate more on business, and that is my balance. It's a balance without any balance, but it's all about routine on those times, because every Monday I can plan out my week and I can make sure that there is plenty of time for me to spend with my family, and there is plenty of time to spend on business, but it's all in a routine. And some weeks look different to others. Some weeks are more off balance towards my family, and some weeks are more off balance towards my business, and that is okay. And that is honestly how I think we have to run our lives to be able to be successful. Because if you're gonna try to balance everything and you're gonna try to put equal amount of energy into every part of your life, you're not gonna get very far. You're really not. Like, for example, on Friday, as you can see, this is literally as much as I got done on Friday. Guys, I think this is the first time that I'm actually coming into this video. Yeah, today I quite literally didn't get pretty much anything done. I woke up this morning feeling like utter crap. Didn't take the dogs out. Hugh had to take the dogs 2 days in a row now. Little girl was having a bit of a night last night, and so was Loki, so I could not get up this morning. So yeah, when I actually did get up today, I just tidied the house, got things cleaned, and then a health visitor came. She came for a while. Then I had to get Loki down for a nap, and then make dinner and all that kind of stuff. So really didn't get much done that was interesting, so you didn't miss out on much. Days like this happen, and I think we definitely need to give ourselves grace when these days do happen. I have been getting on with the little dress for Loki's cousin. And now I've just sat down, I'm gonna do some reach out. One thing that I do make sure that I do every single day, no matter how bad the day goes, is I always do my business tasks. I prioritize that. I make sure that gets done no matter what. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna feed her, and then I think that's all for today. And days like this, you really can't have balance, because if I would have tried to have some sort of balance on that Friday, I would have been absolutely worn out, because I was so tired. And instead of forcing myself to do business tasks that I would have found absolutely excruciating to do, I just did what I could do. I did the bare minimum of what I needed to do, And then I spent the rest of the day with my family and just did the bare minimum of everything, in all honesty. And I really want to be able to explain how important that is. If you go like this and you don't have balance, it is still really important to give yourself a break. So on Saturdays, I always prioritize family, and I really want to start putting a little bit more tradition into my life. So we've actually started on every single Saturday, in the morning until Lukey has his nap, I do business tasks, I get some business done, and then that's it. Laptop shut, I don't take any calls, I don't do any more business, I don't reply to any emails or any messages, and it's simply just time to spend as a family. So this Saturday we went to a wildlife centre. We have a really cute wildlife centre here. Not really much of anything there, but it's still a really nice time to just spend together and be creative. And then I came home and I made dinner, and then Lukey and I made biscuits, and it was just so nice and so precious to just be completely present, completely intentional. And I set everything up for Lukey to pretty much make the biscuits on his own, and I just helped him, and you could just see in his little face how proud he was of being able to do these things. And I think it's so important to, be able to form a bond with our kids as well by doing things like this and by doing these activities together, because it is so easy to put kids in front of a TV and just, go about your life. And like, I could have easily made these biscuits in half the time that it took me to make them with Loki, but I would have been sacrificing that time that I was spending with him for something else. So being able to take the time, look at him, he's so cute, to be able to take the time and just do these things with him, it helps nourish a bond between me and him, and it also helps nourish his little brain, because like, kids are like little sponges. Like, they will suck everything into their little brains. And imagine how much better it is for them to be doing something like this, something productive, something that helps with their motor skills and their concentration, rather than sitting in front of a TV and watching some mindless cartoon. Like, this is what parenting is about for me. It's about being an actual parent. And I say that quite lightly, because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes when I need to get work done, sometimes when I need to get tasks done, I will put the TV on for him and he will listen to his cartoons. I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite lucky in the sense that he doesn't really sit and watch the TV like a little zombie. He doesn't really do that. He usually plays with his toys, and then every now and then he will look up and watch some of the cartoon and then carry on playing with his toys. So definitely very lucky in that sense. But in saying that, it's still not great, and I would still very much rather him not watch it at all, but that's just not realistic. And I feel like obviously there are some parents and some people that have the time to not have the TVs on at all, like not have this at all. But especially when obviously my partner works full-time still, he has a lot more freedom in the winter months when it's off season and we have more time kind of with him at home, which is great. But in the summer, say, he works really long hours, so I am alone with the kids. And again, back to the whole balance situation, there would be no way that I can balance being present and working in the summer months when I don't have help with the kids. For the most part, I am at home with the kids and I have to run a business too. You know, I actually do have to work somehow. I have to bring some kind of income in, and that does mean sometimes having to sacrifice an hour a day of having a TV on so that I can sit down and I can reach out to my leads and I can run my business as well as be a parent. But I know that sacrificing that 1 hour a day to let them watch the TV and to let me work means that the rest of the day I can be present. So as this video comes to an end, I just want to say thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this look into our life, raising 2 under 2, running businesses and living sustainably, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. And remember that as women, we are literally a portal into this world. And we can literally do anything. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.